Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to talk about something really important: mental health and addiction. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or drug addiction, especially if they're facing chronic relapses or have a history of bouncing in and out of treatment centers, I want to recommend Baja Rehab. Baja is a premier lockdown treatment center located just 45 minutes from the San Diego border in beautiful Mexico. I've had the opportunity to visit their facility, and I can tell you firsthand it's not only stunning, but also equipped with everything needed for recovery. They offer comprehensive medical detox and have a dedicated team of drug counselors and specialized therapists. If you are ready to take the first step towards healing, call Shalom, the intake director, at 619-855-6368. That's 619-855-6368. Your loved ones deserve a second chance, so don't wait until it's too late. Reach out to Baja Rehab today. This episode is brought to you by SD Sober Living. If you or someone you know needs a safe, supportive recovery home, then reach out to SD Sober Living at www.sdsoberliving.org or call 619-334-9869. That's 619-334-9869. Come get some fuck fentanyl and some San Diego recovery at SD Sober Living. This is the fuck fentanyl guy letting you know if you or a loved one is injured in a motorcycle accident, then call 1-800-Lawtigers for a free case evaluation. We are available 24/7. That's 1-800-Lawtigers with over $1.5 billion recovered in verdicts and settlements. Nobody got your back more than Lawtigers. King of the Jungle, The Last Resort. Cool, man. My name's Luis Romero. I'm the Fuck Fentanyl guy. This is the Fuck Fentanyl podcast. I have my good friend, Andrew. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Luis?
It's good, man. You are the older brother of Mr. Josh?
Yes, I am.
That's cool. You know, so many people ask me like, oh, you know, Andrew's brother? And I'm like, Andrew? Oh, yeah, I guess I do. Man, I'm trying to remember. Where did you guys grow up?
We were San Diego natives.
San Diego natives.
Grown here, raised here, birthed here.
Yeah.
San Diego.
That's right. Oh, man. How long you been clean?
No friends. July 28th will be 10 years for me.
Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Here. I'll give you one of these. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Wow, good while.
I know. 10 years is a lot for me.
Oh, fuck yeah.
My last little go around, I made it to 9, and that was the end of it for me. And then, a little 4-year run, 3.5-year run.
Shit, dude. So you made it to 9 and then.
Yeah, and then just that was it. Just succumb to the demon,
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel you. What kept you clean that long? The first go around?
I was what you would call Cali sober. I used to drink and smoke weed, but I did no hard drugs.
Hey, that's good.
But, it wasn't enough.
Right.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And then thought it was a good idea. I was moving into my own apartment, had my job, and I had my kid, and I thought it was a good idea to do a little recreational meth. And,
recreational meth.
Yeah, a little recreational meth, but that was not the choice. At the time, it was like, I got the energy because I'm moving by myself.
Right.
Yeah, that was not it. That was the gateway to just like lead on down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Fuck, I feel you, dude. The demon consumed you.
Oh, fast.
Yeah,
much faster than it did the first time.
So. Oh shit.
And I ended up giving away everything, including my relationship with my oldest son,
Yeah.
just so I could do more speed.
Yeah.
Do more speed, do a lot more speed.
Yeah.
And become homeless, hopeless dope fiend.
Yeah.
Living on the street, living out of a tent,
Yeah.
out of a backpack, riding a bicycle with,
Yeah.
with a headlight on,
Yeah. Yeah.
trying to, just find a way to make money, not doing it legitimate.
Of course. Right.
And just, it was rough.
Yeah.
Of course it started out fun, the party.
Yeah.
Going to the bar and, seeing all your friends.
Yeah.
But it becomes not fun.
Yeah.
Reclusive.
Right.
Hiding out, being like a creature.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. Being like a creature.
Yeah.
Not knowing who you are anymore.
Yeah.
Until you get tired.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of rock bottoms because everyone says there's different rock bottoms. I've had many.
Right.
And each one was a little more severe than the other, just short of death.
I feel you.
But when I finally got tired enough, I thought I was already in a outpatient program, lying through my teeth.
Oh yeah,
lying through my teeth. But they knew. They all knew. They could tell. But they were happy to see me still show up.
I see.
They would much rather me show up loaded. I mean, it's kind of disrespectful in a sense, but
sure,
they would much rather me see me, show up than see me dead.
Right.
And because they actually gave a shit.
Right.
And I ended up going to that same program, speaking to the head person who runs that program on my very last day because I couldn't do it anymore. I called to get into detox, to sober up, to get clean.
Yeah.
And I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna show up there. And because I just couldn't anymore. I could barely even walk. My feet hurt, my body hurt because I kept trying to do more dope to stay awake just to make the phone call so I keep my place in line.
Right.
So then that last day I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go down there. And I used my bike and crippled ass because my body kept DTing every single day, because I couldn't function. And they're like, today's your lucky day.
Wow.
Carl, we're gonna put the van's gonna come today. You're gonna go detox. And I was like, no way, dude. And they're like, just stay here on this couch.
Wow.
Right there in their office. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep. It's like the only safe place to sleep.
Right.
Because anywhere else, like I would fall asleep, someone's gonna try and steal my shit or try and fuck me up and steal my shit, or I'm gonna fight them. You know what I mean? Knives out all the time.
Yeah. Right. Fuck, man.
But it started in detox.
Yeah.
In 2015.
Oh shit.
And it was July 28, 2015. That's the day, or that's the day that's my clean day that I count.
Yeah.
I think that's the day that the program that I went to started to count.
I see.
Because I was still so I went to the detox program.
Yeah.
I went and I did the 15 days and got out, was out for 3 days, and I committed another crime,
really?
A crime of passion.
Oh God.
And I ended up going back to jail. But at this time I was clean.
Yeah.
And then that was weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like here I am now, I'm in jail, clean. You see everybody doing all the wheeling and dealing, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing here now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's up all night long doing speed, doing some heroin, and you're just like, dude, I just want to sleep. Like,
seriously,
you know what I mean? But then you also have to do the politicking too.
Right.
And that part's up. Because like, I'm not trying to catch more time. I just want to do the time and leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you know, when I was in the addiction, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do the time. And then if I have to do some work, then I'm going to do some work. It didn't matter.
Right.
But, you know, doing it clean, it was just like, fuck the conscious decision,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely. The consequences.
Yeah. And the consequences to weigh them out for sure.
Yeah.
Um, when I went there, I was given like 6 months, half, and then I got out on that one to early release to a program non related to Narcotics Anonymous,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
to the San Diego Freedom Ranch.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm a rancher.
Rancher.
I went.
Woo! Me too.
and that program changed my life.
That's fucking
Like
awesome.
100% changed my life. And back then, I don't know how it is now, but when I went,
Yeah.
there was like this spirituality there,
Yeah.
and this togetherness of like being able to trust your fellow man again, and actually befriend them instead of thinking that they're all your enemy.
I see.
And because that's how I you know, growing up in certain areas of life,
Right.
you know, everybody has a little way before they get you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being up there, being able to have friends that are dudes that you can call, you know, your friend,
Right.
is a cool thing. You know,
Absolutely.
and then also being able to learn respect about yourself,
Yeah.
and you know, the program as a whole, you know, that it changed for
Yeah.
me a lot. And that's when and also up there, I worked my first steps, you know, in the AA program.
Yeah. Because that was AA based.
Right, because it's an AA based program.
Mm-hmm.
I also was working on doing my NA steps too, as well. I finished when I got out of the program.
Yeah.
Because there was people who were sponsoring up there that were being kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not like they were like motivated by something else for them.
Sure.
You know, like individually motivated.
Yeah.
Instead of like, okay, I'm doing this because this is what we're gonna help each other out. You know, instead of, you know, singular base.
Yeah, like for clout.
Yeah, for clout.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, for clout.
No, yeah, absolutely. How long were you there for?
I was there for 4 months.
Oh, okay.
They wanted me to do the longer. They asked me to stay longer.
Oh, no way.
But the way I was looking at it is, okay, well, because the Freedom Ranch is up there on the hill in Campo, California.
Yeah.
And you know, nothing was gonna be done on my behalf for like I was on paperwork, probation, you know, high risk, high supervision.
Right.
I gotta check in, I gotta test, I gotta do programs, I gotta get a job, I gotta, you know what I mean? And I was like, all of that too. And they're like, oh no, we think you should stay. They're like, you really should probably stay. Like, it would help you. And looking back on it now, they were right. They were so right, because what I did when I left at that 4-month marker, they gave me that certificate and said, call us when you feel like you need to come back. And I was like, okay, well, I'll call you when I have to take more time.
Sure.
Because I
love that.
When I got early released to this program, I already had 6 months clean.
Okay.
And they didn't believe me.
What?
Yeah, because like I went through detox, I did all those things.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you're a liar." But I was like, but
you didn't stay clean while you're in detox.
But I did. I got. There's people who still come to meetings now that I knew from then.
Yeah.
Who see me now, and they're like, "Wow, dude, the change in your life, you know, and the way that you were when I've seen you till now, it's just amazing."
Wow.
Yeah, because of the life that I was leading and the life I lead now.
Yeah. It showed.
Oh, totally. Well, I mean, everybody's different when they're high. Everyone's different when they're coming down too, in their deepest, darkest moments, trying to, you know, just get that little bit of life, you know, back inside them.
Yeah.
You know? But when I came out of that program and I got into sober living, and I did the stupid thing. I went back to my ex
Oh
that
no,
I that I
no.
that I did drugs with,
Oh no.
that put me in all those situations.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And that was and they knew it too. That's why the people at the
That's why
Freedom
they
Ranch were
tell
like,
that.
"No, you need to stay because you're not ready
Yeah.
on a personal level."
It's just like that is like the go-to like relapse right there.
But
Like
I
just
didn't. Yeah, well, because it's like if you stay around the barbershop, you're gonna get a
right.
haircut.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly. You
it's
put
like,
yourself right in the heart of it, man.
right. So then they also tell you too when you're in the program, you change people, places, and things.
Absolutely.
I wasn't accepting the people, places, and things
Right.
until I put myself in that same position.
Oh,
So I
fuck,
was
dude.
so
Oh
when I
god.
was that hopeless dope fiend living in a tent trying to get my next fix.
Yeah.
Here I am, clean and sober now,
Yeah.
living in a tent, not trying to get my fix, trying to go to work
Yeah.
without a car, without nothing.
Shit.
Yeah, and
Oh
bouncing
fuck.
around to anywhere that you can stay long enough in a tent,
Yeah. Oh
you
my
know,
god. Dude.
legitimately. And then
Fuck.
so there goes my sponsor that I had at the time for in the NA program was like, he's like, I don't even know how you do it, bro. He's like, you live how and you are doing what? And this
Yeah.
is it. And he's like, I don't know how you don't get loaded every day.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I made the decision that I don't want to use anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't use anymore. And
Yeah.
I haven't used anymore. I mean, even on my weakest days, on my toughest days, I don't even want to pick up.
Yeah.
It makes me the thought of it makes me sick. Makes me want to puke. Literally,
I
like
feel you. I feel you. No, I absolutely. It's been like 12 years for me too, and I haven't had a thought where it's like when I was young, right? When I first started, it was my life. It was everything to me, you know, and it was the love of my life. You know what I mean? All that shit. And then when I got clean, when I first got clean, it was a little bit of like wanting. I held on to it, you know, like wasn't sure. And then once I like went to the Freedom Ranch and got more time and like started doing the steps and all that, I just was like, fuck that shit, man. Like I just I don't want to do it anymore. That shit is fucking. You know, you see the truth of it. You know what I mean?
right.
And it's like, fuck it, man. I'm done. And I've never looked back. I've had like, you know, depression and stuff like that, but you know, I never wanted to get high like how I did when I was younger.
For sure.
So I relate a lot to what you're saying because I've also had my
Ups and downs.
ups and downs. I made some bad choices.
We
I
all
mean,
do. I think once we get clean.
yeah. I left my I was in the Pioneers after the Freedom Ranch, and I moved in with one of my really good friends, and then you know, one of them relapsed, and the house turned into like a complete shit show, dude. Like,
Oh, I'm sure it did.
literally, I lived in a meth house,
Oh, sure.
and I was like, oh, okay, and I stayed there for a while too, embarrassingly longer than I should have.
It's your comfort. That
Yeah.
was the comfort at the time.
Yeah,
Because that was the same thing with me.
Yeah.
I was with my ex. We have a kid together. My
Yeah.
second oldest son, who I have full custody of because of how she still is.
yeah,
Full blown lifelong meth. That's her whole entire life. So, but it was my comfort for that time because I didn't know no better. You know, I still didn't value myself. I didn't value, you know, there was things I just didn't value,
yeah,
you know, that I value now. I value myself. I value who I'm around. I value, you know, the things that I do, what I involve myself in. There's value there. You know, everything holds consonance instead of nothing.
right.
So that was my whole deal. And, you know, once you break, because people as a general that I've learned in life, they don't like change.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're gonna, I mean, as uncomfortable as it is, you become used to it. And I became used to the behavior and, you know,
yeah,
and you kind of overlook it because what you think is a healthy boundary at the time.
right.
But then, like, you know, once you step away, like when I finally, like, so when my my son's mom,
Mhm.
she left me at 4 months pregnant when I was living in a hotel. Well, I was still clean.
Mhm.
I had a decent job.
Yeah.
They were taking helping me pay for everything, you
Yeah.
know. And she left because we kept fighting, and she didn't want to stop getting loaded.
Right.
And I didn't know where she went, you
Yeah.
know. And that was when everything really was the pivotal change for me
Yeah.
and in my recovery too. You know, I immersed myself in the fellowship. I
Mhm.
immersed myself in what I did for work and
Mhm.
betterment, excuse me,
No, that's good.
and betterment
Yeah.
for my greater picture, you know. And then I also too, I'm like, well, now I have a kid out there
Right.
that I need to know where's at,
Yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
that way when the time comes, I can step up, you know, and make sure everything's ready.
Mhm.
And that was a challenge in itself because
Absolutely.
when that time came, you know, here I'm getting an email from his mom. Hey, your
Shit.
son got taken by the state. He was a
Fuck.
baby. He was only like a day old, 2 days
Oh.
old, and you need to come up to San Bernardino County
What?
and fight for him. And I'm
Oh,
like, dude,
fuck, dude.
I'm like, I got that, and I'm just like, bro, because I was going through my court appointed things to
Yeah.
get completed, my everything, and I was in a transitional living at the time. Got out of the hotel, went into the transitional living,
Yeah.
and I didn't have a vehicle still. So I'm like, oh, dude, I gotta go there, show up in court, show
Mhm.
face, and start this battle. And I just like, all right, well, I'm gonna use everything I know,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go.
Jesus
And I went,
Christ. Fuck, dude.
and I did it all. I
Wow.
fought the fight with CPS. I fought the fight with the foster parents, which are really good people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I still keep in contact with to
Okay.
this day.
Okay.
But the entity, you know, the
Right.
CPS, the all their caseworkers,
Yeah.
the state is
Yeah.
like, and it's so hard because I'm a man.
Right.
I'm a man, and like in the entire view of the world, the woman's the one that can't
The
do
one.
no wrong. And
Yeah.
she's the only one, and
She
that's
has to
not
raise the
true.
kids.
But that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. And that I had went through it. They were like, "Well, you should be an advocate." They told me that I should be
Wow.
an advocate for fathers to do it.
Yeah.
And I told them, I was like, I would love to.
Mhm.
The only thing is, men don't want to do the work.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because it's a lot of work.
It is.
It is a lot
A
of work,
lot.
and like there's the patience, and then men will be impatient, and we can get upset, frustrated with the process.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Absolutely.
did. I almost blew it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I almost blew it 100%. But it was somebody who I know happened to talk to my caseworker, and my caseworker blew the whole lid off of confidentiality, which
Oh,
gave me
shit.
the leg up.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, so I was able to manage all that, tighten it all up,
Yeah.
and be able to get my son.
Wow.
You know,
That's so crazy.
he just turned 8 last week.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
know what I
dude.
mean?
Fuck
And like,
yeah.
it was cool. We got to go celebrate it. He wanted to go bowling with his friends, you know, from school and
So
from
cool.
all that. So we
That's
got to take him bowling. You know, the gift
Right.
and the get tos of
Yeah.
recovery.
Yeah.
You know, they my children, my family don't get to see me get loaded today.
Right.
They get to see me be present.
Right.
You know, good or bad or indifferent. You know, like
Right. That's so fucking awesome, man.
it's cool.
What an amazing. Wow, that is so amazing, though. Because I know for sure. I deal with CPS at my work, so it's in small doses, and I'm just like, wow, dude. Like, yeah, that's not an easy thing
No,
to get your kid back.
no. Well, so the thing is, they want to give the kid back.
Yeah.
But like I said, the people don't. They don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Or they might start to, and then when it gets hard, they back out.
Yeah,
They-
back out.
It's like playing poker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you get to feel the pressure, feel the heat.
Yeah.
You fold.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is they play the hand with everybody, the same hand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll throw a little wrench in there, see
Mhm.
how well you handle. That's it. They just want to see how well you do it. That's it.
Yeah. You can take the pressure.
Yeah, take the pressure. That's
Yeah.
it. You know, and a lot of my recovery, I don't always do, by the book.
Yeah.
I was by the book for a very long time, but I mean, you
I
get
think we all kind of experience that.
yeah, but like years of recovery, I mean, I don't forget where I need to go if my ass is falling off,
Yeah.
or if I need somewhere to be. So, because it's therapy for me too,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
And but I live life clean,
Yeah.
you know, and I keep it with the attraction rather than promotion. I
Yes.
keep my fellowship, the people are on the right path,
Right.
and I keep my regular steps going on my 10, 11, and 12,
Yeah.
constant,
Yeah.
and then right now this fellowshipping.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I've learned more to reach out and talk instead of internalizing everything, because it makes me go insane as a
Absolutely.
just as a person,
Right.
you know
Sick as their secrets.
yeah, but they're really not secrets.
Yeah.
You know what I
They're
mean?
really
It's
not.
just it's
They're really not.
more just daily maintenance,
Hmm.
I would say, just
Yeah.
to get out of yourself, because
Yeah.
yourself is your biggest enemy, like a jail cell.
Right.
So
Right. That is so true. I mean, yeah, because I'm kind of unconventional myself.
mm,
I try to follow the principles and the traditions to the best of my ability.
sure,
I always
absolutely.
I always do, but I'm definitely not a poster child. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither, dude.
I don't think I want to be honest, but
As good as it gets.
right, as good as it gets.
Yeah, because it's progress.
Yeah, that's it.
Because if it was the cure, like they say,
Yeah.
then it would be cured, and
Yeah.
there would be no progress.
Yeah,
There would be an end, but it's not.
yeah,
Or I mean, that's to my understanding.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, say, wow, good for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me how you made the cure, dude. One more
Yeah,
time.
please elaborate.
Yeah, that's why they tell you when you go to the doctor that it's just a profession and not a professional. Everything.
Right,
That is, or it's a practice,
right.
not a it's a practice of a profession, but they still practice.
Yeah,
'Cause it's not a said deal. It's
Yeah.
not 100% foolproof.
right. No, absolutely, absolutely. That's why they tell you to get second opinions and all that.
Yeah, because if you don't trust it, go for another one. But it's just an opinion, so I mean, ultimately, you make the
Yeah.
decision,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, dude. Oh man. So you don't become God when you get clean for a little bit.
No, no, you don't become God.
Yeah.
No, because you still deal with it.
Yeah.
You still have to. Like I get frustrated, and I see it at work. Still, I work on a project right now, the Hamul Casino Hotel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
You're doing work there?
yeah. But I see everybody, think it's funny to go get high or
Yeah.
go do some blow right now in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
And this is like, you gotta be kidding me, you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
You can get really hurt if you
Right.
I've seen some shit go sideways. I worked in demolition for a long time, so
Uh-huh.
I've seen people lose limbs. I've seen
Uh-huh. No, I seen a guy die.
Yeah, that
last
died.
year
Yeah.
from a fentanyl overdose.
No way.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one was
fuck.
bad. That one was
God
really
damn.
bad.
Was
Yeah.
it just he was trying to do it in the
He was in
in
the
the
porta
bathroom?
potty on a break.
oh
Break. He was a framer.
oh no way.
And I'm pretty sure he was probably mixing both.
Sure,
And
sure.
he just did a really big one,
Yeah.
and they didn't find him for 2 hours.
Oh
Calling his
no.
phone, wondering over where you guys were
Yeah.
working with, trying to figure it out. And then when they found him, dude, they tried to resuscitate him, but
Yeah.
nothing happened. Yeah, that one was rough
Whew.
because I had dealings with this guy,
Right.
on the job, and I'm just like, bro, like I see you, like, and I see you look good, and then all of a sudden you're doing all bad. Like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
What's
and
going
then
on.
now you're dead. Like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So it's like, those things are the present reminders of why, the recovery and the life that you lead and the value are so important in myself.
right.
My recovery, my family, but I always make sure, and then my spirituality, I keep it all
Yeah.
tight knit. I always, yeah, because if I start to stray away,
Mm-hmm.
then the behaviors come, and then once the behaviors come, probably becomes the reservations,
Right.
if there are any.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, because I don't make reservations. I
Yeah.
try to
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I clear the slate every day. That's why I have the maintenance to 10, 11,
Absolutely.
12.
Absolutely. Yeah. But those behaviors can really bite you in the ass too.
Mm.
uh,
Yeah, true.
that's one thing I was, and you kind of mentioned it earlier because you said you went to jail clean. That's like one of my biggest fears. I'm like, I don't ever want to experience that again. Just thinking about going through processing, clean and sober.
Uh,
The whole like being in jail for like 2 fucking days without even having a bed,
uh,
abandoned cough, and fucking wait for a nurse to talk to them. And it's like, fuck all that, dude. I don't ever want to experience that shit again. I don't want to experience that clean and sober.
right. I've honestly put that like in the furthest part of my mind,
Yeah,
because
it's like,
I don't, yeah, like so like the trauma. I was talking about this with my wife.
yeah,
The trauma from all of those years of getting caught.
right.
Go do a crime and get busted. All that trauma that it's given me from, okay, wait for the cops to show up. I'm in handcuffs, go to jail, and you know what I mean. That whole residual trauma I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
knew I had until I got pulled over like a few months back,
Mm-hmm.
because I had got off an on ramp,
Yeah.
and there was a highway patrol waiting there,
Uh,
and seeing that I did something that I wasn't supposed
sure.
to, and he lit me up, dude, and I'm like, "Ugh." I'm like, no,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. But I pulled over, I cooperated,
Uh-huh.
but and I was like, am I gonna get a ticket? And he's just like, well, if you haven't been in the trouble in the last 5 years, I'm like, oh, well, I haven't been in any in like over 10, and he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, all right, well, then you should be good, and I'll just
Oh.
let you off with a warning. And I was just
Whew.
like, dude, but my heart, that same
Yeah.
that same feeling that
Yeah.
I was feeling, I was just like, whoa, dude. Because like usually it's like, here, let me get your ID. I'm going to the back. Next thing you see another squad car, and boom, like, hey, step out, and you gotta go. And
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, the second car, you're like, oh shit.
yeah. So I was just like, dude. So it's like those. So it's like I feel like those little things,
Yeah.
like that dude dying, overdosing in the bathroom, or getting pulled over. Those are just like those little like, hey, reminders, like,
Oh, yes.
hey, you're gonna step out of line, or you're on your way to stepping out of line.
Yeah.
Not even intentionally, just
No, yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Here's your warning. Stop being an idiot. Like tying it up.
Right.
It's like, so
Right.
that's how like I correlate things in my life. So it's just like, okay, well, then I'm just gonna just keep it chill. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And just like, just do my thing, slow down a little bit. Life's not that fast.
Right.
And it hasn't been that fast. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna be 37 next month.
No shit.
So like I need to slow down. My children are growing up fast,
Yeah.
and like here I am just aging, and I'm missing it. It feels like.
I feel you.
So it's like,
how many kids you got?
I have 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have four children.
Oh, shit.
My
Yeah.
oldest one's about to graduate high school
Oh, wow.
next year.
Do
next school
you
year.
still talk to your oldest?
I haven't, not since he was 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's because of his mom.
Sure.
Yeah, his mom, because of when I had my last run, I was still seeing my son, but I didn't. I seen where I was going, and I didn't want him coming with.
Right.
So I thought, my best decision as a parent, not just being an addict, but as a parent, was being like, hey, and I approached her and I was like, hey, I have a addiction problem right now, and I need you to take care of him. And because of that, it made her so resentful and so just like
Sure.
holding the grudge
Sure.
that she now had the whole responsibility.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Right.
it dampened all her plans that
Of
she had
course.
going on at the time.
Sure.
But
It's a big responsibility.
yeah, but I wasn't trying to do a bunch of drugs knowing that I'm just gonna fuck up
Right. Right.
and keep doing drugs and then
And
totally just like piss my son away.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that was what I did. When
Yeah.
I said I gave everything away, I literally.
Yes. Yeah.
But in the mindset of doing the right thing, and that was in my mind, it still is the right thing.
Yeah. No. I see what you mean. You don't want your son to see you.
Well, he saw it.
But
He did, but I just didn't want him to see it worse
right.
because he saw some.
Saw some of it.
Yeah, just not all of it.
Yeah. The whole. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole nine.
Yeah. I feel you.
And
Just
then,
it's better to just step away, and
yeah.
I feel that.
And then what? After I got clean, I saw his mom, and I tried to reconcile.
Yeah,
tried to
Tried to
do
make
it all
amends.
out of the court
Yeah.
because I went through it with her with the courts.
Yeah. Of course.
And it just gets ugly. All it is just paper swords. You know what I mean? Because it's back and forth, back to back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, and nothing gets resolved.
Yeah. Right.
Nothing gets resolved.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then I would just see him, in passings everywhere, and last time I saw him was October last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but he couldn't do anything because his mom was present.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he I think is playing cards too.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Until he becomes of age or
Yeah.
until he can do what he wants.
Right.
I mean, and I'm just here. I wish I could have had a way.
Right. To cut through the corner and
Yeah.
yeah. I feel you.
The ones that trust the process.
Yeah, absolutely. I was literally about to say that. Just trust the process.
Yeah. Trying.
Right. Being patient can be a bitch sometimes.
Learn how to play the long game.
Yeah.
Learn how to play the long game.
That part.
And I've been playing the long game.
Fuck yeah, dude. So you have 3 of your kids right now?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. My son Owen, Bo, and my daughter Charlotte.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And it's is it with the second
Yeah. No, third one.
Oh, third one. Okay.
Yeah, three kids, 3 different moms.
Oh, okay. That's fucking cool, man. That's awesome. And she's also clean?
Yes. Yeah, she has almost the same amount of time as me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Her clean day is in October.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are there.
Yeah.
Just a few months apart.
Yeah. It's cool. Her DOC was different than mine, so
really?
that's probably how we meshed better.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah, that's interesting.
yeah.
No, that's fucking awesome, dude.
My wife now. Yeah, we've been together for 8 years.
8 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I've been married for almost 2. This June will be 2.
Oh, wow, dude. That's so cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're living this whole different life, man.
I am. Yeah, well, it's a better life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had to, when I got into the rooms, I had to make that decision. It was either keep going down the same path that I was going, that I've always known for all my years,
Yeah.
or make that change.
Yeah.
And I've made the change. Do I still have friends that I've known for all those years from before? Yeah, sure I do.
Yeah.
But am I going to sit there and hang out with them all the time? No.
Yeah.
No, because with them comes that trouble.
Yeah.
It comes that, and it always is a price.
Yeah.
The price is usually what you don't want.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. I mean, because it's big game. You know what I mean? You play with heavy hitters, you're gonna play with the big game.
Yeah.
So and I can't. I can't have
Absolutely.
too much to lose.
Absolutely.
And not enough to gain.
Absolutely.
So and I keep it that way.
Absolutely. Oh man. I actually had an unrelated question because I know you like to go to shows a lot.
I do.
Yeah. Did you ever play for a band or anything like that?
Well, I had a band in high school called the Insomniacs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a bass player for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we our little slogan was "We play while you sleep," and we had the little
Really?
like a
Sick.
spiral symbol
Oh,
on our
fuck yeah.
shirt. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
that was it. There was that. I played. Yeah, and then I played for did stand in on my brother's band
Oh, you did?
when they because when he used to drink and stuff,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't drinking then, and I would go to his shows.
Yeah.
And I would stand in and help.
Oh, no
Because
shit.
they'd be a little sloppy,
Oh, yeah.
or their bass player would be singing a song. Yeah,
Fuck.
so I'd have to,
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, bass is my favorite. I like playing bass guitar, drums.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, I just see you at shows a lot. That's why I was asking.
Well, I grew up in the punk rock scene.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, like I started going to punk rock shows when I was 11.
Oh,
You know,
no way.
Yeah, way back in the old days. You know,
Yeah.
back when like the 80s punk rockers were like kind of on their way out a little.
Yeah, a
you
little
know?
bit. Yeah. That's
But
right.
and then the new up and comers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start doing drugs then.
No.
Though I probably drank maybe
A little bit.
and
Yeah.
but I smoked cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I would smoke what I can, like smoke incense or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
I definitely smoked cigarettes, and I didn't really drink too
Too
much.
much.
Then.
Just to fit in a little.
Yeah. Well, it didn't taste all that good.
Yeah, no. I
then-
feel exactly the same about it.
Yeah, it was more of like a acquired taste after time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started in the punk rock scene when I was like 11.
No shit.
Going to shows back at this place called Xanth. It's not
Oh, no.
it's not around anymore
Yeah,
at
I've
all.
heard of it.
The owner was selling drugs to kids.
Oh,
and
no.
getting them all high.
Oh, what?
Yeah, over there off of 30th and Elkhorn Boulevard, right up the street from the Wabash Hall, which
Yeah.
is where
Yeah.
all the punk rock shows moved to after that.
Right. Holy shit.
Yeah, so then I was there, and then I would go to Skateboard Heaven when that used to be around downtown.
Oh, cool.
You know, and then there was that, and there was Soma. So I went to
Oh,
a
yeah,
bunch
Soma.
of shows at Soma. Everybody knows Soma.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The Jumping Turtle in San Marcos.
Oh, I
yeah,
haven't heard of that one.
I think it's closed.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's gone.
Shit.
So that's closed. There was the Royal Palace in El Cajon.
Palace.
That's still around.
Sounds familiar.
On Broadway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's still around. Then there was this other one. It was called the Vineyard Church. On Marshall by the bowling alley in El Cajon.
Yeah.
That we used to do shows there, but we were so rowdy.
Yeah.
You know, and every time they were like, respect the venue,
Yeah.
you know, don't thrash the venue, so
Yeah.
we could keep having shows. We
Yeah.
did 2 shows there, and that was a wrap.
Oh, fuck.
So it's like,
that was quick.
So it's like the whole punk rock scene, you know, then was just like, and then of course, like after 11, 12, 13, I start drinking more heavily,
I see.
smoking more weed,
Yeah.
you know, you get introduced to weed,
Right.
you know, do some pills, you know, some Ambien, some Vicodin, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Hop you up a little bit.
no, Ambien's the downer.
Oh, is it really?
That's that one. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
is like,
Ambien. Yes.
Like
Okay,
legal
sorry.
heroin just puts you out.
Yeah, they have a lot of that.
Yeah, so but then you know, just like that lifestyle just consumed me. You know, the sex, drugs.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
You know, and then came the fighting, and you know, after that, because like as the years go by, the scene was like moving. It was constantly moving and changing.
Yeah.
And then like you start seeing gangsters, you know, like essays, you know, Mexican dudes, like people come into shows, and they were using that as like initiations for their gangs.
Oh, that's funny.
It
Get
wa-
that pit.
No, like afterwards.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
like afterwards.
I see.
And
Okay.
because like it just started to, and people were getting hurt bad.
Dude.
You know,
That's
stabbings
crazy.
at every show. People
Really?
pulling guns. Like
Fuck.
it was gnarly. It was like
God.
it was like a war zone.
God damn.
You know, so it went from like fun,
fun partying.
fun party to you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's just
like if you go to the next
just pop it off.
show, yeah, and it was truly like that. It
Fuck.
was truly like that, and I was at no fault of it either. I was doing the same exact shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, we're cool in the show, but we're gonna go outside and we're gonna box.
Yeah,
Like, and we're gonna go like somewhere far away.
Yeah,
you know, so no one can follow us.
Right.
You know, and that was what we did. That
Yeah.
was totally what we did.
Yeah.
Drunk, not drunk. I mean, we did it.
Right.
You know, and
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that escalated.
well, I mean, that was just how it was.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know, everybody got all cliquey, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. And
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't meant to be that way, but it became that way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the fun wasn't fun.
Yeah. No, it
So-
sounds more like a chore.
Well, it wasn't the chore. It was just, you know, going, because after you do that so much at shows where it's fun, you know, people know you and they see you and they know that's what's going to happen when they see you.
Mhm.
Like, oh, they're not here to have fun anymore. They're here to hurt people.
Yeah.
you
Settle
know?
something.
Yeah. And so it's like, I had to stop.
Yeah.
Because that was you know, in that
Yeah,
the scene at the time, you know, because it was getting really aggressive, it was getting very violent, you know, and I had to stop.
I see.
You know, and then fast forward to now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I knew that was like, so when I fast forward to now, and I got in my early recovery,
Sure.
I started going to shows again, because
Yeah,
I
okay.
took a big break. I
For
took a
sure.
break for like 10, 12 years, just no shows.
No shows at all.
Yeah, and then my friends are in recovery, like, bro, you're going around the mosh pit like you're gonna knock someone out. Like, it's like you need to mellow out. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, this is me just having a good time. They're like, no, bro, you look like you're gonna knock someone out. And I'm like, and then sure as shit, the next thing you know, someone bumps into me and I go to swing on them. They're like, no, you can have fun. Just you don't need to hurt them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so
the body reaction, I love it.
Yeah, so it's like something I need to work on.
Yeah.
You know, and have fun, you know, instead of doing that. Because that's what you know what I mean? Because like the transgression as a youth, coming up, you know, having fun, then you're fighting.
Yeah.
You know, it's still the same. It's still the memory. Like your muscles have memory.
Yeah,
when you work
absolutely.
out.
That's your body reaction.
So that's what it is. So then I had to go to shows with my friends for a while.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, but then it started to work.
I see.
For me, you know, not going in and fighting.
Right.
You know, like when I used to take my wife when we were dating to shows, like that was the other thing, you know, because like when I was up and coming, when I was young, you know, I'd have a girlfriend and then like somebody would thrash into her in the pit or on the edge or whatever, and there she's getting thrown around like a rag doll. Well, that's my new guy. I'm gonna go sock him up, you know, because that's my girl.
Right.
Well, then my wife, I'm bringing her around and I'm starting that same behavior, and she's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, but he just came willingly into you, and it's the mosh pit, so like everything goes. But I can't. And like it was that too. Yeah. You know, like I had to just like tone it back because I just can't.
Yeah.
You know, like I've had maybe a couple altercations and they were valid.
Yeah.
And it was just because some guy was being drunk and he didn't
want to leave. That's what I was about to say. It's always like somebody that's wasted, you know.
Yeah, completely gone.
Right.
And it wasn't like anything crazy, but he had to go.
Right. Yeah, just push him away.
Yeah.
Out the door. Bye.
Yeah. But nothing. I just can't. You know, if I allow myself to be that person, then it starts to trickle down. Yeah. You know, in other areas of my life, and I can't, because then there's that person that co-signs it in my head. Yeah. Like, oh, that was not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that wasn't big. You can hit it somebody else.
Yeah, but you can't. You just can't. You can't do that. Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah. So like coming from that type of background too, it's a lot of work, a lot more work than I ever thought. You know, because you change the the violent
Right.
behavior.
Yeah, the violent nature.
And the violent nature to try and be a little more peaceful and use your words and not your fists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it's good. I go to shows. I enjoy going to shows.
Yeah.
I'm getting really fucking old for the pit.
Dude, I got fucked up at my last one I went to. I went to Papa Roach, and it was a pretty big pit in that thing, and I was like in the edge of it, and like people crowd surfed, and fucking some fat bitch fucking hit my neck, and I felt it the next day, dude. I was like, oh no, I'm 35. I'm for sure feeling it now.
Oh yeah.
But it's fun. I love going to shows. It's like my one like
Vice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a little getaway.
Yeah.
You know. And I it's like really one of the times I try not to even be on my phone. I just enjoy the moment. You know. I'll take like a little video, but that's like a few seconds, but that's about it. Like I just try to enjoy it. You know,
be present.
Be present.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. That's what it's all about, you know. So enjoying life.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Well, because I enjoyed life at the expense of others. Young,
Yeah.
and myself. I can't disclude myself. But now it's the enjoyment of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and going to shows. Yeah, I try to be present there too, and just like, or with who I'm around, friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's still good. It's still fun.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Old. Yeah, and like one of my friends is always like, "Come up and sing in the front," and then it's like,
I think I saw that once.
I already know what entails coming up singing in the front. You're getting elbowed in the back.
Fuck yeah, dude.
A lot, and it's just like, dude. I guess I would be that like the old school punk rocker.
Right,
just in the back chilling.
Yeah.
Maybe come in for a song or two.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, for me, it's just like waiting for my children to become a little older so they can go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do that too. Like I've already brought them to concerts and shows and stuff, and they've seen a bunch of really rad bands.
Oh yeah.
And I just want them. They ask me all the time. When every show's I got a bar or whatever.
I know.
It's like,
I know. You can't
make them all ages. Let the kids have fun because they do. They love going to concerts. They love running around in the mosh pit where they can be free, be themselves.
Fuck yeah. I know. I was just talking to somebody about that too. Like, I just wish there was more all ages shows.
Yeah. I agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
They used to.
I know. I went to a bunch of shows. I don't know. I don't. Hopefully somebody will get that going. Leave it to my higher power and God maybe to make some shows for everybody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a fun experience. Absolutely. Oh man. Well, I really appreciate you, man, for coming on here, dude.
Sure.
I've been looking forward to this one. Yeah. I heard a lot of good things about you, and I could see why, people talk with high regard about you.
Oh, okay.
You're a pretty fucking awesome dude, man. And,
thanks.
And I really got nothing but respect for you, man.
Right on, man. I respect you too a lot, especially with your whole little clothing brand, the Fuck Fat and all.
Thank you.
Big shout out for you guys.
Thank you.
And I agree with it 100%.
Fuck yeah.
Because all it does is kill people. That's it. I mean, I'm fortunate to still have my younger sibling alive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And, I mean, yeah, he was making dumb decisions, but still, he's alive, and I'm grateful for that. As much as the decisions he's made, I'm glad that he's there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I couldn't imagine, to be honest, what it's like. Like I'm when death happens in my life, I don't really shut down, but I acknowledge it, and then I just like push it away.
Yeah.
Because it happens so much, but
So much,
and that's because of my childhood. you know, just
Yeah.
with the abandonment of my father and stuff. So,
Mhm.
you know, just push it away.
Right.
It's gone.
Right. No, I feel that. Absolutely.
Topic for another time.
All right. There we go. Definitely would love to have you back on, dude.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do a 2.0.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're off to the video. All right, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.